right, we are catching up with the NBA 2K community talking about NBA 2K21, and we have Pretty Loves Pink in the house. Welcome back to the show. Love having you on, as always.
Yes, I love being here. Thank you for thinking of me.
Now, Pink, we talk.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting five.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the three. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5. Roman the paint. 2 seconds left. And it's Memphis on the break. Anderson with the ball. Here's Morant. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Morant's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Now Brooks, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jackson misses. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Valanciunas grabs the board.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first man.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Brooks, left side. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Valanciunas. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Portland.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Rubio. Here's Bridges. 8 points his last outing. Just 5 on the clock. Booker against Brooks. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Anderson passes to Brooks. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my area shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
And so it's Memphis with it. The Suns getting the bucket. Dishes it to Jackson. Over Johnson. Jackson misses. Suns have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Ayton finds Rubio. Ayton trying to break free. And the basket by Rubio. And that ties it up.
High percentage look inside. Rubio always looking to maximize the value of the possession.
Left side Jackson. Tries again. And it's good on the layup. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Brooks outside. That 3 off the mark. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Johnson kicks to Bridges. Tries it from the top of the key. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Oh, that's a real nice looking deep 3 ball there.
Now here's Rubio. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Jackson passes to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And it's blocked.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Booker with no one around. The second effort kicks it out to Rubio. The Suns need to get a shot off. They shoot again. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Ayton's got his second basket of the game. Here's Morant. Off the inbound, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Memphis. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Zhang is out there with Clark. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the point guard position. Memphis shooting their first foul shots of the night here. The first free throw is good.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Great for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Jerome. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Trailing by 2. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Now Carter shoots from 14. Kaminsky clanks the putback jam. Pass to Clark. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. On the clock, out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that game against the Thunder, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
Here's Clark. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. Allen outside. Down low. Stolen. Charge inside. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
1:49 left in the first half. Morant with it, guarded now by Rubio. Morant passes to Valanciunas, goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Devin Booker. Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. And Memphis also making a switch. Jackson's checked in. Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like that.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move.
And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Morant with a wide open look. The long distance three is buried. Morant's got 5 now.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Ayton kicks to Rubio. There's the triple. Good on the triple. He has 5.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Brooks dishes to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Anderson against Bridges. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brooks finds Valanciunas. Jackson trying to break free. No good from Valanciunas.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Feeds to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Booker outside. Back to Rubio. The tray. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Devin Booker.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output. Thanks for joining us.
And And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton, and it's Bridges in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks. And Memphis owing a pick to Boston. Rumor was they hoped it would convey this summer rather than rolling over to the 2020 draft.
Moving up to number 2, not a bad outcome with a potential star in Ja Morant. They've got another key player for their rebuild.
Here is Anderson after the Suns pick up 2. Brooks for 3, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
That's the pass you want, orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. Here's Jackson. Another shot, and Valanciunas puts it in. Valanciunas has got 5.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Rubio looking it over. From 10 feet out, they get it again. Ayton. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Rubio left side to the paint. Second shot opportunity. Johnson's shot is off.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. Here's Jackson. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
So both teams changing it up here. Johnson outside. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Memphis trailing here. Three-pointer. And it's Morant missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The pass to Kaminsky. And stolen by Jang. Allen passes to Clark. Now here's Morant. Allen outside. Out to the wing. Now here's Jang. He's guarded closely. Out left to the wing. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Morant. He's putting up about 17 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Clark dishes to Jang. And another miss by Memphis. Suns leading by 3. Here's Carter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Carter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:11 left to play in the third. Melton passes to Clark. Sharks looking around. Pass to Baines. Allen against Carter. Puts up a 3. No good with the tip. The Grizzlies trail by 5.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Often the way you end quarters has a big impact on the outcome of the game.
From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Carter's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
Throughout the evening, he's got to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Jerome passes to Baines. Here's Jerome. Kicks it to Saric. And he banks in the layup.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Allen dishes to Clark. It's stolen by Saric. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Rubio with it on the court for Memphis to start the fourth. They've got Clark. He's out there with Jackson. Anderson is out there with Brooks. And it's Melton in at the 1. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 9-point game. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Now, here's Bridges. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Clark. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. Brooks against Booker. Brooks kicks to Jackson. Here's Valanciunas, and he makes good on the layup.
Almost every move Valanciunas makes, there's going to be some contact. He just plays through it.
Ayton, the pass to Booker. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Brooks. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And Phoenix making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Booker the pass to Rubio. To the middle, here's Johnson. Shot clock at 5, and then Johnson with the jam.
I think this is Rubio's greatest trait. I love to watch him move the basketball, and so does his coaching staff.
Now here's Brooks. Memphis moving it around. Jackson kicks to Morant. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
Johnson against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Passes to Valanciunas. Back to Jackson. Over Johnson. Here's Valanciunas.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
And Ayton throws it down.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Now, here's Bridges. The putback is no good. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Jackson. And here's Booker. Charity strike shot. Offensive rebound. And Ayton stays with it. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive. Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Now here's Booker. The rebound by Anderson. Brooks finds Jackson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Anderson against Bridges. Anderson dishes to Jackson. Not going to go that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Johnson against Jackson. Pass to Ayton. Over Valanciunas. That one wide left.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Jackson passes to Valanciunas. Brooks against Booker. The pass to Jackson. Teardrop shot. They get a hand on it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Here is Carter. From deep. No good there. So the Suns win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Like a beast.
So we just talked to Aerial Powers, and I hear that you're going to be in her tournament. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
We don't have any details yet, but I do know that Hazel's going to be a captain, and she asked me to be on her team. I don't know if I was supposed to be a secret or not, but everybody knows now I'm on Hazel's team, so look out for us in the Aerial Powers tournament.
The downtown skyline. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge, standing by for the side.
Well, some say
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. That in theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Here's Holiday, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Holiday's got his second basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Valanciunas. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points.
And that one drops. Holiday's got 6.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Brooks kicks to Morant. To the paint, and stolen by Williamson. And now the Pelicans on the break. Throws it up high, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. Here's Morant. Pelicans with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Now here's Morant. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Pass to Ingram. He kicks to Williamson. Again, New Orleans turns it over. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Memphis, they're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, there's the Pelicans, just a couple spots back.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah. This kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Jang, no luck.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
From 6 away. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is the challenge Williamson possesses to many defenders. Hard to guard him without fouling.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
And so it's New Orleans with it. The Grizzlies making the shot. And Redick kicks to Ingram. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. They get it back.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And he converts the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Williamson kicks to Ingram. Redick surveying the D. Got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's New Orleans going into... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pelicans?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Memphis, Clark is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the point. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
And Memphis making a change here. Morant's checked in. Here's Melton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clark kicks to Morant. Back to Clark. 5 to shoot. Inside. Pelicans with the rebound. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instinct. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
There's the pass to Hayes. Now Williamson. 23 points for him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Here's Hayes. Goes back up. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Down low, Clark. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Here's Holiday. It's Clark with the rebound.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Pass to Valanciunas. Over Holiday. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Valanciunas.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Ball. Nice D from Valanciunas. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Clark. Good. Clark's got 8.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Took him no time at all on that one. 6 points for Valanciunas.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Ingram. Unable to get that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
New Orleans making a switch here. Clark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Valanciunas.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passing. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
This is where Morant is so dangerous. The open court, he knows how to exploit a defense.
Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 37-point game against Sacramento. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Here's Valanciunas. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And now just a 3-point Pelican lead. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Outside Holiday. He got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that'll do it for the first half, a competitive game. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination. A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 12 points, 7 rebounds, and
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday out there with Jackson, and it's Hart in at the 3 spot. Now here's Morant. Valanciunas passes to Brooks. And here's Anderson. To the inside. Valanciunas. And the rejection by Favors. Hart kicks to Williamson. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
For the basket, it's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. Two brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat. If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Outside Holiday. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Williamson, the pass to Hart. There's the dish to Favors. From downtown. Right wing. Here's Williamson, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's Anderson with the drive. Outside Jackson. Back to Anderson. Kicks to Valanciunas. Over Williamson. No good from Valanciunas. And Drew Holiday, one of the 3 brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumlees for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Aaron, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
Inside, here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And what you love about Williamson, he's not just magnetic and entertaining, he's extremely productive.
Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Hart the pass to Holiday. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Feeds it to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Jackson misses. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Anderson kicks to Valanciunas. And it's Morant. That time on the assist from Valanciunas.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Now here's Williamson. Guarded by Valanciunas. On the wing, Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Looking for Favors. He gets it there.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Morant with it. Jackson on him. Jackson. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
Outside Jackson. Favors against Valanciunas. Favors attacking. Outside Holiday. The 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Back to Favors. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got Chang. Clark is out there with Allen. And it's Melton in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. To the left wing. Shoots. And it's Memphis with another.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Ball, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Well, I tell you what, Ball doing a nice job using his size down in the post, rising up above his defender to get that one to go down.
They grab their own miss, and Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And the Pelicans also making a change. Okafor's checked in. 6 on the shot clock. Melton passes to Clark. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time. The second overall pick in 2016, a lot of expectations for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he puts that pressure on himself. This is a young man that wants to be great.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Spurs, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And Clark, they say Brandon Ingram, his own biggest critic. Does all his frustration and worry become, you think, a hindrance?
I think it can be, guys. I mean, you can't weigh yourself down with self-frustration and self-criticism because it can keep you from being your best. At the end of the day, his talent is obvious. I think he's got tremendous upside, but that piece of the mentality that he brings has to be balanced out a bit.
Redick dishes to Okafor. There's the 3. Doesn't go for him. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Clark, the pass to Allen. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Redick against Allen. The 9-foot shot. That one off the back iron and out. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Scooped up. Clark kicks to Allen. Back to Clark. Fires for 3. The shot comes out. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Passes it to Ball. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Okafor with the ball. And then Okafor slams it in.
When you're 6'11", doesn't take much for you to slam it home. Okafor, just a big guy who really can get to the rack quickly.
Allen dishes to Valanciunas. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Clark finds Allen. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for New Orleans.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Zion Williamson.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Count it, good.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Clark.
Back to Reddick. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And again, no good by New Orleans.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Ingram right side. Shoots from 14. Nice jump shot. Good.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers, guys, in his sleep. I mean, the defenses can't allow him to get going from there. That's his sweet spot.
Deflects the pass, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Allen for three. Off on that one. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
You, okay?
Of course, always.
So, Pink, last year, I remember we talked about the...
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. Well, the G League continues to be a great asset for the NBA. Great stuff, David. Thank you. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in its small forward. And for New Orleans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. Booker against Holiday. 6 to shoot. Here's Williamson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the Coach of the Year. When you look at the criteria for you in your voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. For three, Booker. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson with it. And here's Holiday. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
Booker against Holiday. And it's good, 2 points.
But this guy's operating like a 10-year vet. Booker making all the right decisions almost immediately.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Ingram right side. Puts it up from 15. Here's Williamson. That shot misses. Good D by Johnson. Ingram outside. New Orleans moving the ball around. And Favors kicks to Holiday. And the first shot of the night for him missing. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Holiday against Booker. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
Passes it to Hayes. Here's Hart. And Baines pulls it down. Suns trail by 3. Carter for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And shot on the way. The shot by Redick, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Jerome. That puts them in the lead.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Outside Jackson. Now the pass to Mellon. Back to Jackson. To stop the run. No good. Shot missing. And Phoenix will come the other way. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Here's Jerome. Got a piece of it. Here's Hart. He's guarded by Johnson. And that one, good.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jerome. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Out to Saric. All alone. Count that one.
Well, you can tell Dario Saric's teammates want him to take these kinds of shots. When he plays with confidence, look out.
Now, Redick. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Phoenix ahead. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Impressive start They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Aaron Baines out there with Kaminsky. Then there's Šarić. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point guard. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's his first foul. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the game with the Mavericks, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
Just 2 to shoot, and a deep 3 from Redick, rebounded by Kaminsky.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Carter, the pass to Kaminsky. Lets it go from 11. It's good on the putback. Baines has got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
To the paint. Here's Carter. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Carter's got 5.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And there's the call on Dario Šarić. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. For 3, Ingram. A putback, and there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors got his first basket of the night.
Well, you like how Favors stays after it in that instance. When he's close to the bucket, boy, he's great at hustling for these second chance points.
And stolen by Williamson. Ingram right side. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here's Bridges. Not a lot of room. 4 on the shot clock. Kaminsky uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Suns lead by 6. So as this game always evolving, fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things different.
Well, probably 2 guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has in his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great example. Holiday goes in. Bucket is good.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Booker dishes to Ayton. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Booker outside. Pass to Kaminsky. Rubio outside. Over Williamson. Second chance shot. Pass to Bridges. And here's Rubio. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Bridges kicks to Booker. Goes up on the wing and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
What tremendous instincts as a scorer for Devin Booker. Get in that mid-range game, sir.
That's tipped, and they get it back. Back to ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Ingram missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Williamson. Wow.
What a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Booker looking around. Lays it up off the glass. Booker's got 6.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Williamson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Ayton.
This is the challenge Williamson possesses to many defenders. Hard to guard him without fouling.
Good on the second free throw. Johnson from outside. What a play! Simply drains it in at the butt. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Sun,
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest and that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The drive by Rubio. And the rejection by Favors.
Derek Favors using that long frame to send that back twice on the pipes, Kevin.
Just 5 to shoot. Rubio the pass to Johnson. He feeds it to Ayton. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Ayton's got 4 this quarter.
Well, if it's possible for a number 1 overall pick to go under the radar, then I think that's what you'd say about DeAndre Ayton last year. Doncic stole the headlines, certainly, but DeAndre Ayton had a big-time start to his career. Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Rubio in the corner. Back to Bridges. Ingram with the steal. And now the Pelicans on the break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Devin Booker.
And definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
And the numbers that Ayton put up as a rookie, very impressive.
Well, DeAndre Ayton said the lack of attention didn't bother him at all. This guy showed he can be a focal point on both ends, and he's only going to get better with more repetition.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
The Suns have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stench, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a third option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens. All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Pass to Okafor. Back to Holiday. To the middle. Kicks it to Jackson. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound, Okafor. And the pass to Jackson. Holiday dishes to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hart. He's guarded by Johnson. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Hart.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Pass to Ayton. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And it's 6 points for DeAndre Ayton. Pass to Melly. Now Holiday. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
Outside Holiday. Okafor up top. Outside Jackson. Shoots over Rubio, and the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Jackson.
Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 2nd in assists, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And going back to him being 2nd in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Ingram kicks to Hayes. Back to Ingram. Phoenix grabs the miss.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Out to Carter. Back to Kaminsky. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Kaminsky's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
And so it's the... Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
Sense of urgency right now.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. The Pelicans shooting around 41% on the night. On the court for the Suns, they've got Saric. Carter out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Frank Kaminsky. And it's Baines in at the center position.
And you got to appreciate the fearlessness with which he plays. Zion's ability to shoulder the offense at this stage of his career is incredible.
Booker finds Baines. Here is Carter, covered by Hayes. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Suns leading by 8. And here we go. Saric, the fast break chance. Carter on the wing. All sorts of time. Phoenix keeping it alive with a new 14. Booker against Ball. 5 on the clock. Booker the pass to Saric. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shoots from the line, and with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Ingram.
And it's easy to see just how dangerous Ingram is in the pick and roll. His size, the long arms, the shooting ability. The D has no clue as to what to do. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Redick passes to Hayes. Just his first attempt. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Carter against Redick. Shoots from 8. Carter, the pass to Baines. Sharge outside. For 3, Booker sinks the triple. And the Suns lead by 11.
Well, this is Devin Booker's specialty, consistent at finding all kinds of ways to score from beyond that arc.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this, Greg. This is a guy who's looking to...
This is too easy for Williamson. Once he gets established position, he is ready to attack the rim.
Carter, the pass to Baines. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got his 4th assist in this one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And we first heard about Williamson in high school, and that was due to his dunking ability. Now he's a full-fledged star on the rise.
The Suns making a change here. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Johnson comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Mikal Bridges checked in for Saric. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. And it's Ingram missing. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Phoenix leading by 10. Rubio looking it over. Passes to Bridges. Back to Rubio.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Suns.
The starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for DeAndre Ayton.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Rubio, the pass to Ayton. Redick against Booker. Now, here's Rubio. Three-pointer. They get it back, and Ayton stays with it.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And even from distance, Ingram isn't afraid to pull the trigger, just destroying the defense's confidence with his long ball.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. They came in here and took it.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Now, you started an amazing group, Ball Like Her. Talk more about that.
Yes, Ball Like Her is basically a safe place for all women gamers from all walks of life. You know, women supporting women, empowering women to do, streaming, create content without a fear of, oh, you're a girl, you can't play video games, or go get in the kitchen, or the crazy things that we hear on a day.
The downtown skyline illuminating the night here at our broadcast location. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sharch.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing it, adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games in my opinion.
Very interesting. Bridges, no one around him. The rebound by Anderson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Grizzlies. 4-point game. And again, Memphis no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Booker dishes to Johnson. There's the pass to Rubio. Clock at 6. From about 19 feet, offensive rebound. Grizzlies have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Down low, Brooks. Phoenix grabs the miss. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was played in Memphis.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
They get the rebound. Jackson kicks to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Jackson.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Sharch checked in for Johnson.
The third youngest player ever to drop 30 in a game. Jaren Jackson Jr. looking like a great starting piece for the Grizzlies rebuild.
Sharch passes to Ayton. True on the 14-footer.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sark. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
That's tipped and stolen by Booker. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And Chris, he was the third big man taken in the 2018 draft, but in time, Jaren Jackson could prove to be the best.
Oh, yeah, he definitely could. I mean, he has a high ceiling, but also a high floor. Why is that? He doesn't need the ball in his hands to be successful. With his defense and perimeter shooting, he can already impact winning in a complementary role.
Here's Valanciunas, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. For 3, Bridges. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Snatched up. Here's Anderson. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys are defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. Up again. Saric on the follow.
Kevin Saric is such a great player on the offensive end. I mean, he's showing how determined he is to snag the second chance opportunity.
And here's Morant. No points in the game yet for him. Anderson passes to Morant. A second chance effort. Jackson misses.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Kicks it out to Booker. Pass to Bridges. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the basket by Rubio. Here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
For Memphis, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
2 shots.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Carter looking around. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Suns on top. They're up by 8. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Gorgie Dang is out there with Clark. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the 1 spot.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Suns leading by 6.
In Memphis, a small town, not a free agent destination, but the connection between these fans and their team really stands out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I love Memphis. Shout out to Bill Street. Oh, man, they got some great food there, GA. I'll take it to one of my spots next time we're up there. But Memphis is known for its food and music. I mean, the MGs, as some call the Grizzlies, a treasured part of the scene.
Allen finds Clark. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. The Suns, number 1. Second, the Grizzlies.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game.
Chris, with every team looking to maximize force, which big men are the deadliest from outside? Have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin, what he did for the Pistons, just shooting, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout-out. He shoots it deep from Curryland out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very effective.
Carter on the wing. He kicks it to Baines. Johnson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, Kaminsky. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
It's hard to shake Kaminsky. I mean, even when you rough him up, he sticks with the task at hand.
The Suns shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
To the middle. Here's Clark. Knocks down the 10-footer. Clark's got his first points of the night.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent three-ball shooter.
Carter dishes to Kaminsky. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Carter down low. Baseline try. And the basket by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Jang. Makes it off the glass. Jang's got his second basket of the night.
Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
It's Carter, high post, working on Allen. And it's Baines missing.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
That's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Brooks checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Milton. And the Suns making a change here as well. Booker's checked in. A minute 50 left in the first half. Goes up the baseline. That one doesn't drop. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Phoenix, no good that time either. The Grizzlies trail by 5.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Booker left side, and the rejection by Jang. And they'll keep possession. Baines finds Kaminsky. Booker right side. Second chance shot, and the jumper is on the mark.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, yeah, flexibility is crucial. You have to be able to take what the defense gives you.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the paint, he's looking for Kaminsky and finds him.
Look, he's one of those rare bigs who can score from anywhere. Kaminsky hasn't been as good of a free throw shooter as one might expect.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Pulls it from 20. Bridges with the board.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Passes it to Šarić. That shot, no good. Nice steal from Valanciunas. Morant passes to Jackson. Morant with it. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Suns.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. Phoenix had no problems getting going. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they strung together some excellent. And that's...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Frank Kaminsky really having a great game.
But really, the numbers aren't gaudy. They don't stick out, but his energy and impact does.
You're right. Go in the locker room, ask anyone on his team. He's not worried about statistics as much as he is about winning.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. There's the feed to Valanciunas. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Saric.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Brooks kicks to Anderson. Here's Morant. Puts it up from 17. That one rolling around and rims out. Suns leading by 4. The drive by Booker. That one falls.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Jackson against Johnson, and Valanciunas kicks to Brooks. Pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. Now the pass to Jackson. And here's Anderson from the arc, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the game with the Mavericks, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year you're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids to play together, we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And stolen by Booker. Here's Bridges, and the layup's good off the glass. Bridges has got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns. For Memphis, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Pass to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Johnson. Pushing it up. On up the court. Here's Bridges, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Phoenix making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Saric comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Both free throws good from Bridges. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Booker outside. Saric passes to Bridges. Good on the three-point shot. Bridges has got 7 points here in this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Passes it to Carter. Back to Saric. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. The Suns third.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Well, I just like the all-around game Sark possesses. I mean, it translates well this day and age. He's a big man who can do it all. Score, pass, rebound, defend. He's tough.
Clark for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answer.
Baines with the block. Booker with no one around. Offensive rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Clark finds Allen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, a chance to check out Mikal Bridges here. Really been a key contributor over the past month. First in free throw percentage, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And the Suns also making a change. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Now here is Carter, guarded closer. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Phoenix now. Here's Baines, guarded by Valanciunas. Back to Baines. Valanciunas on the double team. Carter with the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead in.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Got a piece of it and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Here's Melton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Jackson misses. And Saric kicks to Carter. The 11-footer. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One on.
And so it's Phoenix. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jaren Jackson is out there with Clark, and it's Anderson in at the small forward spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Off the inbound pass, Saric. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. And Brooks, here we go. Grant, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Devin Booker.
One thing Morant does with consistency, I mean, he keeps defenders off balance.
Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives, who bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give him a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. To the inside. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And that one's good by Clark.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Johnson. Kicks it out to Rubio. 6 to shoot. Inside. Saric has the open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 3rd assist on the night. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Booker outside. The pass to Rubio. Booker looking around. Hands it from downtown. And it's a 10-point Suns lead.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Clark. And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre. Kaminsky comes in for Johnson. Carter, he's checked in for Booker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Valanciunas finds Anderson. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 4 rebounds in this game. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Suns lead by 12.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And Chris, in his 6th season out of UCLA, small forward Kyle Anderson.
Well, yeah, Kevin, in his first 3 years, even his long-range distance, shooting to over 37%. Now, it's fallen back off the last couple of seasons, but he's a smart, savvy player, and he's at his best when he's hitting shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
The multi-talented Anderson, I mean, he's awesome, man. He's an awesome glue guy, if you ask me. Someone who scores, rebounds, passes, defends, I mean, name it. He does it.
Saric against Jackson. Shot from 16. The shot by Saric, no good.
Jesus surprises anyone with that. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Carter with the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
Phoenix with the ball. Now Payne. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Baines. Back to Payne. Clock at 6. They get it again. It's good on the putback. And the Suns lead by 13.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
It's stolen by Carter. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty high.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid.
What's up, My Team fans? We have 2K TV My Team correspondent Blake here to tell us what the devs are saying. Blake, I know you've got some My Team news. Give it to us.
Yeah, what's up, Chris? What's up, Alexis? I've got some tidbits from the devs. One of the things that you'll be interested
The Timberwolves clearly know how to dress. Getting off the bus earlier on. It can be a circus. David Thanks. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center position.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good.
So you're going to want to keep your eyes out for that.
Blake, you and I know the community loves that competition in My Team. What did the devs give you in terms of insight into competitive My Team?
Well, you will be competing for championship rings in NBA 2K21. That's it. That's all I can say, but there will be more ways to play and compete in My Team.
I like the sound of that.
I know something that we're really
New Orleans, the Big Easy. Hello, hey Dave.
Well, after all the turmoil in New Orleans last season, there's fresh air in the Big East.
They are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point. Pass to Jackson. To the paint and stolen by Williamson. Ingram finds Ball. Back to Ingram. And it's Ball in the corner. From 13, a putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And Williamson doesn't let up consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Valanciunas, Favors with the rebound. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
Here's Morant. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Shot clock at 3. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball. Traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
And Valanciunas kicks to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And Anderson has it in the corner. Will it go? They grab their own miss. Out to Brooks. Launches it. The shot, no good.
Oh, my God. They can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul. He went.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Here's Valanciunas and the rejection by Favors. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Holiday with the ball. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. Ball feeling it out a bit. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. Clark, he's checked in for Memphis.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Anderson. He's right around 5 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
And so he hits both. You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do you like to see in a team's sixth man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a sixth man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively. Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent three-ball shooter.
Allen against Redick. The 3. That one misses. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
A really embarrassing loss indeed, and one that they will hopefully learn from. Got to keep your hands to yourself sometimes, or it could cost you the game.
Chalk up 2 there. Jang's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Grizzlies.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
And stolen by Jang. Fast break Memphis. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Allen's shot is off. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Outside Jackson. Takes a 3. But they'll get another chance. Redick inside the line. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
And so it's New Orleans. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Pelicans pretty much in control here.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
J.J. Redick is out there with Jackson. Then there's Okafor, and it's Hart in at the 3 slot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. New Orleans leading by 8.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 7 points here in this quarter.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Here's Melly. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. And he gets it back. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hart.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Clark's got 11 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Redick kicks to Hart. Pass to Melly. And the rejection by Jang. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Memphis also making some changes. Brooks checked in for Allen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Here's Jang. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 2nd in assists. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And going back to him being 2nd in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Passes it to Morant. Back to Valanciunas. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Morant dishes to Anderson. Here's Valanciunas. From down in the low post, it goes. Valanciunas has got his first 2 points of the night.
The 6'9" Kyle Anderson has a 7'3" wingspan. A big asset defensively. Not the most athletic, but he racks up blocks and steals.
It's Brooks on the wing. Oh, good with the triple. So Favors will bring it up for the Pelicans. Here's Ingram. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Now it's a 6-point Pelican lead. And you look at Anderson, he likes playing with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he has good ball handling for his size and great court vision. We call him slow-mo, but he can get to the rim on his drives, and he's a good finisher when he gets inside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And that one's good, Williamson. Williamson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The athleticism on display there. For as big as Williamson is, he moves so fast and so decisively. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
You see the length of Valanciunas on display with that block. Just went up and got it.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. There's the 3. And it's Morant. That time on the assist from Valanciunas.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Down low, Williamson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
A new Memphis head coach 3 of the last 4 seasons. Changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Here's Morant. And a miss there on the triple. New Orleans leading by 6. To the middle. And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
And it's Morant missing.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. To the wing on the left. Anderson passes to Morant. Here's Valanciunas, guarded by Holiday. Back to Valanciunas. Hayes with the steal. Here's Williamson. It's good. And it's a 12-point Pelican lead.
And the offensive skill set Williamson has off the charts. And the scary thing is, guys, he's only going to keep getting better.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans up by a dozen here at the end.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see Zion Williamson was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 19 points. And that'll...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Jackson. Holiday against Brooks. Shot from the wing. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his first basket.
As a coach, you're comfortable with Holiday taking that shot. He has a good feel from the mid-range.
Anderson kicks to Morant. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Well, now let's check out the rookies shooting the highest percentage over the last 10 games. A very competent group of young men right now. Zion Williamson on top. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Williamson. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Frank Jackson in for Ball. Melton, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
From downtown, traps in the tray.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Outside Jackson. Here's Favors. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
Okafor gets the bucket.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
The pass to Morant. Fires from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. Morant's got his second bucket of the night.
The whole package, Morant gives you everything, including range.
Here's Favors. Pass to Hart. Outside Jackson. Redick for 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
And first time out of the games called for New Orleans.
The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
Ejuan Moore is checked in for Frank Jackson. Gorgie Dang's checked in for the Grizzlies. Allen comes in for Milton.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
And it's Ejuan Moore with a foul. That's his first foul. And Steve, with the Anthony Davis trade completed, a new look for the Pelicans.
Yes, plan A, Kevin, was to make it work with Anthony Davis. Instead, they have acquired a lot of young talent, a ton of it. In time, they'll become a team, in my opinion, to be reckoned with.
On its way from Clark for 2. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. It's Allen on the wing. Clark dishes to Jang, and the rejection by Favors.
The long reach of Favors have a real impact, especially when he leaves the ground quickly in time for blocks.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Ball's knocked loose. Redick surveying the D. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Here's Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
And when Clark is on fire, he stays aggressive. You got to love how this young fella is willing to dominate games.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
There's the dish to Morant. Allen in the post, covered by Redick. No good from Clark.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
The third quarter comes to a close. Pelicans ahead, leading. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
All right, guys, remember what we said now. Hey.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as many as 14 points. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. At the forward slots, Ingram and Malik. And it's Hayes in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Out to Brooks. Back to Clark. Stolen by Ball. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Pass to Hayes. New Orleans moving the ball around. Holiday goes in.
one of the better.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
I mean, I love the determination with ball. Always attacking. Does a great job of putting the defense on its heels.
Anderson finds Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. Pelicans with the rebound. Favors has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And that one's good. Ingram.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Brooks. And the rejection by Favors. To the inside. Stolen by Anderson. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And both free throws good for Brooks.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Passes it to Ball. Back to Holiday. Anderson against Ingram. Lock at 6. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Ingram's got 7 now in this quarter. And stolen by Favors. Williamson with it. Valanciunas is there. The Grizzlies trail by 10. To the left wing. Morant with it. Now guarded by Ingram. It's tipped. Jackson kicks to Morant. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
Stolen by Brooks. Jackson passes to Brooks. To the paint. Here's Morant. That shot missing. And New Orleans will come the other way. Stolen by Brooks. Down low. Oh, that's blocked.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Pelicans.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zion Williamson.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 13-point game. Outside Holiday. Williamson with it. Jackson on him. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Nice open look, but it's no good. From deep. Gets the bucket.
You see the quarter awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Play for this week from our own LD2K. It was just too good to pass up. Enjoy.
That's a great look at our locations. And here's a look at some numbers for Ayton.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
Rubio, the pass to Ayton. Back to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. And then Johnson with the jam.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio, with great vision. And no hesitation on the delivery.
Now here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Booker outside. Ayton finds Booker. Rubio looking around. Inside, Johnson. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Johnson. Rubio's got 3 assists in the game. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And Booker kicks to Rubio. Passes to Johnson. And stolen by Williamson.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Now here is Holiday. He had 37 points last game out.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Out to the wing. Bridges inside the three-point line. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Ingram outside. There's the triple. The Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Pass to Holiday. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
Some changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Sharich comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. Now here is Carter. His last outing, he had 8 points. Feeds to Baines. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Holiday against Carter. Now here is Holiday. He's tightly guarded. Can't cash in from close range. Over to the left wing. Back to Ingram. The pass to Holiday. Favors dishes to Williamson. Back to Redick. To the paint. Clock at 4. Pass to Holiday. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Holiday's got 7 points.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Redick against Carter. Plays it up and banks it in. Carter's got his second bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Jerome passes to Bridges. Out to Saric. Pass to Bridges. Fires, high post, and Derek Favors pulls it down. So for Phoenix, their last game lost to the Trailblazers in Portland.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Ingram passes to Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Carter with the 3, and that one released in time, but no good. We've got more in store for you. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for New Orleans.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
We've got Carter, Aaron Baines out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Saric, and it's Jerome in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here is Carter. The Pelicans make their last shot. He kicks it to Baines. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Hart the pass to Williamson. New Orleans moving the ball around. Now Redick. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Melly. Drills it from outside. Melly's got the lead up to 9 now for New Orleans.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Redick with the double team. And stolen by Williamson. Left side Jackson. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Here's Jerome. Baines pass to Jerome. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Hayes, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Lonzo Ball comes in for J.J. Redick.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Phoenix able to drain the 3. Ball against Booker. Ball the pass to Melly. Ball kicks to Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Shoots the three. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Rubio.
Tell you what, Kevin, I mean, the best way to spread out this defense is for Rubio to hit a few more of these.
Here's Melly. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. Booker in the post. It's deflected.
Ball size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. And there's 1:45 left in the first half of the game. And Ball comes to help. Out left to the wing. Ayton wide open. Rubio, he can't hit that time. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that will be the fourth of the string of 5 played on the road. Here's Booker. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Back to Booker. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Rubio, the pass to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. From 12 feet out. Here's Ayton. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Ayton's got his first points of the game.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Bridges with the steal. Ball against Rubio. He dishes it to Booker. And Rubio kicks to Booker. And there's the pass to Bridges. Back to Booker. 6 to shoot. Rubio with it. Now defended by Williamson. Johnson's shot is off. For New Orleans, their last game a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. Ball no good. Booker looking around. Over Holiday. No good from Booker.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And talk about a terrific stroke. The defense was hoping that a 3-ball that deep wasn't going in.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 12 points, 2 steals. And that'll about do.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. Pass to Bridges from the arc. Offensive rebound. Ayton, the pass to Johnson. Bridges against Ingram. Bridges kicks to Rubio. Just 3 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Frank Jackson in for Ball.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Redick with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
The dish to Jackson. Passes it to Hart. Kicks it to Hayes. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. The shot from 20 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. Suns trail by 17. Here's Rubio. And it's Rubio again missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Watch him.
Free throw line jump shot. Here's Hart. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Ayton. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Bridges against Jackson. Back to Hart. Fires for 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Hart's got 5 points so far. For Phoenix, they've got a paltry 0 of 6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start to the half. No good, unable to end this run. New Orleans leading by 20. There's 1:38 left in the third. Redick surveying the D. Down low. Here's Hayes. Sinks that one from the post. Hayes has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, taking it right into the teeth of the defense. And it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Hart kicks to Redick. Dishes to Okafor. Pass to Hayes. Shoots over Rubio. Hayes, no good. And for the Suns, they're shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. A nice shot by Booker.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Redick passes to Hart. Redick against Booker. The pass to Okafor. And stolen by Ayton. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Bridges. Cans the 12-footer. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night. New Orleans leading by 18. Jackson down low. Covered by Rubio. Pass to Bridges. Back to Ayton. Here's Kaminsky. Banked in off the glass. Kaminsky's got his first bucket of the night.
And given how big Kaminsky is, it's tough to knock him off balance. I mean, he does a really good job of maintaining his focus.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Inside, Saric and Baines. Then there's Carter. Then there's Ayton. And it's Jerome in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And you got to appreciate the fearlessness with which he plays. Zion's ability to shoulder the offense at this stage of his career is incredible.
Carter looking around. The offensive rebound. That shot misses. New Orleans leading by 18. The feed to Williamson. Stolen by Carter. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Ball. Saric passes to Jerome. Carter against Holiday. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And that game against the Hawks, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Carter against Holiday. Passes it to Jerome. He kicks to Ayton. Clock at 6. Stolen by Ball. Here's Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Carter. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
New Orleans leading by 20. Pass to Williamson. Here's Ball. Covered by Saric from deep three-point range. And it's Ingram missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Baines. He's covered by Favors. Carter kicks to Ayton. 5 to shoot. Here's Baines. The putback. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Favors got 6 rebounds now in the game. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. And the Suns making a change here. Johnson dishes to Booker. Johnson, the pass to Booker. Shoots over Ball. And there's Booker on the assist by Johnson. That's 7 points for Devin Booker. Ball against Carter. Now, here's Ball. Defense is right there. Now the pass to Williamson. Out to Ingram from deep. Saric grabs the board. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for Phoenix.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New Orleans.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And they're going to break this season series tie with a big win here tonight, giving them a 2-1 record on the year with one final game left to go against the Suns.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zion Williamson.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Bain. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Alexander Walker. New Orleans moving it around. 26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Payne dishes to Kaminsky. To the middle. Diallo the pass to Kaminsky. Hayes with the steal. Moore outside. Jacks up a three. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.